We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On the set.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. From the 29, here's second down and 5. To throw now, here's Love. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st and 10, Love. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So Dalton now. And his throw is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
And he's going to have the Packers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Love, they go play action now. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off the play fake, Love. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here. You talk about this Giant defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And the way in, touchdown. goes. 75 yards. And the Giants are once again back in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First down, going to the air with Love. Wow, that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Love once more. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short pass.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
2 by 2. Move. 368.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Second and 10. Dalton once more. That's complete to Slayton. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13. Down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44. Regular. 2 by 2. Move.
Here's Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it 21-8. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Love. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going right side, he finds Slayton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Dalton here from the gun. Hyatt has got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. Can. 2 by 2. Move. 368.
Hyatt goes in motion left.
52, 93, 44, 40.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. It looks like they'll move things around here. In motion, Slayton. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Love looking to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 by 2. Move.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dorsett, the man in motion. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Dalton. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And who's got it? The Giants! Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
2 by 2. Move!
Dalton now to pass. Catch made by Slayton. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
93, 52, 93, 44. Regular.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. He's got a full head of steam, and he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 36-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. First and 10 for Dalton. That ball caught by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants!